Okay.
What was that? They get an echo.
Right. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the 16-bit Console Wars panel. Yeah! I know we're all tired. We've been here like all day, so we really appreciate everybody coming out. We thought there were only like 4 people were going to be here, so it's pretty freaking sweet. Okay, so I guess we'll just introduce ourselves. I am Dan/Sega, and sitting next to me is
Greg/Super Nintendo.
And we do a little YouTube series called Console Wars. I don't know if you ever heard of it. Maybe show of hands if anybody has ever. Oh, we got some fans in the crowd.
All right, cool.
Sweet. For those of you unfamiliar with it, I'm gonna pick it up. For those of you unfamiliar with our series, we like to compare Super Nintendo and Sega Genesis games because when games came out back then, a lot of them were similar, but a lot of them were very different. And we like to argue and figure out which one is the better game. Okay, so we have a little channel trailer just for anybody who's unfamiliar with it. So if we can get the lights, just thank you. That's it. Okay, we can get the lights back on, please. Thank you. Okay. Yay! Appreciate it. Okay, so if I know that was a little bit there, so let me just elaborate on exactly what it is we do. We like to compare games, and we like to break it down in 4 categories, pretty much. We like to compare graphics, presentation, sound, and gameplay. And if you couldn't tell, we like to throw in a little bit of our weird humor into there, just to keep it entertaining, because, I don't know, we're goofy guys. Sometimes we have puppets. Okay, so this is our first panel, and we're not really comfortable. We like to sit behind the camera, and we don't really do the talking, so we don't really have any like skit planned or anything. So instead of doing that, we're just gonna get really serious and start talking about politics. No, I'm kidding. I'm seriously kidding. No, we're gonna do trivia. How about you guys want to play some games? You guys want to win some free games, some prizes? Let's do that. So we're gonna play a little exclusive game where I'm gonna tell you a game, the name of the game. You just tell me if it came out for Super Nintendo or Sega Genesis. The more you get right, the more prizes you get. So it's pretty simple. So let's get started. I'm gonna stand up for this.
I'll stay over here.
You'll stay over there. Okay, very good.
Okay.
So, do we have a first volunteer for the game? All right, this guy over here shot up really fast.
I love volunteering, that's fine.
Let me come around. Hold on a second.
Wait, is there anything over there? Or?
Yeah.
Okay.
There's prizes. Yeah, kind of like a Check. All right, cool. So like I said, I'm going to say a game. I'm going to say 3 games. You just tell me if it came out for Super Nintendo or Sega Genesis. If you don't get anything right, we have a consolation prize of Almond Joy. If you've seen the series, we've kind of made fun of Almond Joy. It's not particularly my favorite candy. If you get one right, you get a super sweet Console Wars pin. So that's one. If you get 2 right, you automatically get a game. If you get 3 right, then you get all 3. How cool is that, huh? So, yeah, sounds super easy. So I guess let's just get started over here. So it starts off easy and then it kind of gets a little harder. All right, so I guess I'm gonna go columns.
Yeah, that's honestly Genesis.
That's correct. Okay, time to go a little harder. How about Wizard of Oz?
Okay, that one's kind of hard. I'm gonna say Super Nintendo.
Man's right, give him another round of applause.
Oh wait, there was a MGM episode that I was okay.
Shh, don't tell them. And the third one, let's go with Biker Mice from Mars.
Genesis.
No, oh, Super Nintendo. That's all right. No, that's all right. You still get a game. So, but you got to kind of keep it fair. So you're just gonna kind of blindly reach into here while.
You need some X.
Yes.
Yeah. So pick bag first.
That's the better game.
I don't know.
It's obviously see it through, so I can keep it that one.
All right. Here, I'll let's get it. Let's make it good for the camera.
Wait, we're here. Maybe in the back.
Or you can look to put your hand in the bag. It's okay.
Okay. That's what I think it's a bit.
What'd you get?
You got Anyone have a zapper?
I got one. Okay, I'm combining the games. I'll get better. We're doing this. Okay, who's next? Who wants to go? I'm looking at the man in the red shirt over there. That's who I saw first. Exclusive games, Super Nintendo, Sega Genesis. Which console did it come out for?
Alrighty.
All right. Sweet. Are you ready?
I believe so.
Okay, so let's go with Road Rash.
The first Road Rash, I think, was on Genesis.
That's correct. All right, this is a little tougher. Let's go Paladin's Quest.
Oh, it's Quest Paladins, Quest Paladins, Quest. I think that was Super NES.
Yeah. Good job.
All right.
Maybe, you know what?
This is more better. Okay, how's about The Mask?
Mask. Wait, I recall. I remember from an old Nintendo Power. Wasn't that in Super NES?
That was Super Nintendo, the man got all. So you got specially melted almond joy.
All right.
Better than a mound because it has nuts.
Of course, sweet console wars.
Alrighty.
Take me to the bag.
Right, just pin on here. Shoes.
Stab yourself.
Actually.
Do it.
Go!
What you got?
What'd you get, man?
Always a good time. Always a good time. All right. That was pretty good. All right. Who wants to go next? I'll go for all the way in the back over there with the hat. No, you with the hat. Yeah, you're pointing at you. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You get to pick the next person. Like it's pressure. It's pressure.
I don't know, I walked in here like 5 minutes ago, so either Super Nintendo or Genesis, right?
So if you're the superintendent, you pick up the microphone. So okay.
Hello, everyone.
So here we go. Let's go with Soul Blazer.
Super Nintendo.
Very good. It is a very good game. Okay. Ken Griffey Jr.'s Winning Run.
That would also be Super Nintendo.
Jeez, he's good.
I stared at that issue of Nintendo Power for a long time.
Okay, cool. Let's go with another movie from the 90s, Cool World.
That's always a trick question. But I will say Super Nintendo.
Yeah, you got all three. So once again, super melted almond joy, very custom, very rare. Console Wars bit.
Go wear it every day.
Is there like a hidden gem in there and they have to be like
God,
pick
what is
up?
it? I want a Genesis. There, do I want this? Go to my field here. All right, this is super.
Psychic power. We got.
Whoa, Batman Forever.
So let me just explain what these games are. So I don't know if anybody else has ever been to Too Many Games, that video game convention, but I went there 2 days, went there Friday and Saturday. I got really drunk on Friday. I bought a lot of games. I didn't remember what I bought. I bought a lot of the same games on Saturday, so you guys are buying, or you're getting all those. So, yeah. Don't drink and buy, rent your games. Okay. You pick a next person.
I do that when I'm sober.
Okay. Welcome. All right. Hey, don't look at the cheat sheet, man. All right. How's about you? You watch a lot of cartoons in the '90s and stuff, man.
Yeah, I grew up with it.
Yeah, Ren and Stimpy.
Don't need a game on both consoles?
Yeah, they do.
Okay.
All right, so I picked you. You're gonna be the Ren and Stimpy guy.
All right.
All right, here we go. Ren and Stimpy Time Warp.
I'm gonna guess Genesis.
Oh, sorry, Super Nintendo. That's okay. You got 2 more guesses, man. Here we go. Ren and Stimpy Fire Dogs.
I've never played a Ren and Stimpy game ever.
Yeah. Woo!
SNES.
Yeah, Super Nintendo. Woo! Okay, one more. Ren and Stimpy Vidiots. Vidiots.
B-Darts?
Idiot, like idiot, but like with a B. Idiot.
Considering Nintendo's censorship, Genesis.
Oh, it's Super Nintendo.
Oh.
That's okay, man. You still get a console wars paid. Who else wants to go? All right, over there with the, yeah, you. We're about to stand. Yeah. William. Yeah, Will. Okay, are you ready?
Yes.
All right, awesome. Let's go with, these are all pretty easy. So, Killer Instinct.
Super Nintendo.
Super Nintendo, yay!
Xbox
All right, let's go with Blaster Master 2.
Super Nintendo?
Sega Genesis. Ooh, I know, it's a tricky one, right? Okay, last one. Did you watch TV in the 90s?
Yes, I watched TV.
Did you watch Home Improvement?
No, actually.
You didn't watch Home Improvement?
I know the answer anyway, so give me that one.
Okay, Home Improvement.
It's a Super Nintendo.
It is a Super Nintendo. For the guy who never watched Home Improvement. Alright, so you got 2 right, sir. Where is it? Okay, so you get to pick a game, huh?
That's okay. I can live without the element joint.
Custom melt.
Hey, Lion King!
What's up? Deadpool. Deadpool. Come on, Deadpool. I don't know. I know. What's up, Deadpool? What's going on? All right, are you ready?
Yes, I am.
Okay, let's keep it family friendly. Final fight.
Super Nintendo.
It is a Super Nintendo game. Okay, how's about Ghostbusters?
You know, because there's different systems of the same name, it's either guessing between NES or Sega Genesis.
No, it's just Super Nintendo and Sega Genesis.
Genesis.
It is Genesis, very good. Okay, and how's about, all right, let's go with another 90s movie, Bebe's Kids. They don't die, they...
Super Nintendo.
They do Super Nintendo, look at it.
We don't die, we multiply.
All right, so I think you got all 3, right? Yeah. So, custom melted Almond Joy for you. Very good. Console Wars pin, and
American Gladiators.
for America. That's the important part. The American part. All right, so let's just do a couple more. All right, that guy had his hand up already, so yeah, you. All right.
That's cool.
Okay, what's going on? All right, are you ready?
Sure.
Okay. Let's go with Shining Force.
Sega Genesis.
Sega Genesis is right.
Very cool.
How's about Draken?
Nintendo?
It is Super Nintendo.
Oh.
Good guess. All right, last one. Did you watch cartoons in the 90s?
Absolutely.
Gargoyles. Did you watch that?
Yes.
Okay, good, because that's the next question. Gargoyles.
That's Sega Genesis.
That is Sega Genesis. Jeez. Crushing it. Custom.
Yeah.
Pac-Man 2.
All right, let's go with one more person. Greg, you pick. You pick. You pick the last one. Come on. All right, blue shirt. All right. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay, here we go. Let's go with. Jeez, these are super easy. All right, that's all right. How about Phantasy Star 2?
Sega Genesis.
Of course.
There you go.
Okay. How's about Afterburner 2?
Sega Genesis.
Yeah, that's a good confident. All right, one more and you get all three. Let's go. Let's go with McDonald's Treasure Land Adventure.
That's Sega Genesis.
It is Sega Genesis. All right.
That's all I need.
What?
He's like,
It's pretty sweet prize.
no pressure.
Feels like a Genesis game, so. Oh God. What is it? It's Batman Forever.
Thank you for everybody for playing. Let's get one more round. Okay, so if you are familiar with our series, we do a lot of skits with these ridiculous puppets. And they wanted really bad to come here today, but we just said, no pastrami, no, you can't come, but you can make a video. So we have a video from these two puppets, so we'd like to share that with you guys right now. If we can get the lights. Thank you.
Well, hello there! Hi! Let me just start by saying how honored we are to be part of the Angry Video Game Nerd panel. It has been a lifelong dream of mine. This is not the Video Game Nerd panel. This is the panel of Console Wars. Console Wars? Those two guys? They don't know how to run a panel. What are they even doing? Something lame like trivia or giving away free stuff? Yeah, they did trivia and they gave away free stuff. That's exactly the wrong thing to do. That's it. We need to save this panel. Are you thinking what I'm thinking? Way ahead of ya. What are you doing? I thought this is what you meant. Show a little skin, get a little, saucy.
No! I wanted to do a magic show!
Why do a magic show when we could just do the gun show? I mean, look at me, I'm like a friggin' rock here.
We could have a drinking contest!
No! This is a video game panel. We should stick to the topic at hand.
Oh, okay. You look a lot like that Mario guy.
Yeah? Hey, look at me. I'm a plumber and I like to eat strange mushrooms for some reason.
Ha! What about me?
Well, you're blue. Like that guy Sonic.
Oh yeah, I was really good at track and field.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and I also like rings. Gold rings, onion rings, Funyuns. Have you ever just ate a whole bag of Funyuns? Oh, so good.
Of course I have. I call that breakfast. And when I eat it on the toilet, I call it breakfast in bed.
That is perfect.
Okay. So I'm Mario.
And I'm Sonic.
And this is Console Wars!
Okay. So now what?
I don't know. I really didn't have anything planned after that. Or did I?
What did you do?
I sent the boys something that really could save the panel. You two, there should be a box delivered under your table. Open it and enjoy. There's plenty to go around.
Just says body oil.
Now you two can wrestle. You're welcome.
But why would you send them oil if you thought the video game name would be at the panel?
Hey, don't read too deep into this. These jokes aren't fully thought through,
Wait. How are we talking to them if this is pre-recorded?
Bye!
So that's one thing we love to do on our channel. We just like to integrate a lot of humor because, I don't know, I'm just inspired by that. I think if you guys can laugh while you learn a little bit, it's a little more entertaining that way. Oh, we can get the lights on. Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Okay, that's all we had prepared because we don't know how to do panels, clearly. So I guess we want to do maybe just some questions. Or we could talk about a book first. All right, let's talk about a book.
Today we found out we were in a book. So
We are in a book.
But Jeff Wittenhagen, he's got a table here, so he gave us a copy.
What's the book called, Greg? Maybe.
The Complete
Oh.
Archives.
He's in the back.
Video Game Culture Chronicles, 1991.
Yeah.
Sweet, big book.
So
check that out.
definitely check it out. We make a cameo in here. So if you want a little bit of Console Wars, that you could read, take with you anywhere, check that out. And now we'll do some questions. If anybody has any questions, maybe anybody. Okay, yes, we got a question.
So, what do you think of the very sad, pitiful current state of Sega? And how, their once glorious days as, the great, cool, hipper than Nintendo, and, they become that.
Is that for me?
I feel great about it.
I mean, yeah, I feel like anybody feels like it sucks, man. It's like, it was like one of the big ones back in the day, and then the hardware just kept getting worse and worse, and it's just like watching a good friend that you know has potential, but they're just doing wrong things to themselves. So it's like, no, don't do that. No, don't do. What are you doing? Oh. So yeah, it's rough, man. But they're still making some games and Sonic Mania, huh? Yeah, keep hope alive, people. Keep hope alive. There's still Sonic Mania. So, okay. Over here.
Right, so blast processing or mode 7.
Mode 7. Well, it's blast processing, clearly. Why would you say that? I don't understand that. Well, because you can make the screen spin.
I thought that blew my mind when.
That's pretty cool. I wish you could do that. But, yeah. Okay, you got a hand over here?
Yeah, so What are some genres that are best on both the Genesis and the Super Nintendo?
Okay, I think Super Nintendo, or maybe you should talk about Super Nintendo. Okay, I like both systems. So I'll talk about the Super Nintendo first. I think the Super Nintendo really had a good library of role-playing games, like Final Fantasy, Chrono Trigger, just like, oh, they were so good. I used to play those all the time back in the day. And Sega has some good beat 'em ups, man. Streets of Rage series is just top notch. But it also has some good strategy RPGs like Shining Force. It's just amazing on there too. What do you think?
I mean, I'm not too familiar with the Sega, but Super Nintendo, I feel like a lot of beat 'em ups. A lot of the beat 'em ups are pretty good on there, so that's what I think.
What about Super Nintendo?
That's what I was talking about, Super Nintendo.
Beat 'em ups. Beat 'em ups.
Yeah.
Okay, that's cool. Anybody else? This guy over here.
Any plans to compare Japanese imports with both consoles?
Yeah, I definitely want to expand the series and do some of those stuff. I think it's really cool, like Dragon Ball Z series, even like Sailor Moon. I used to watch Sailor Moon when I was a kid, so that would be really cool. Revisit that.
That'd be a fun episode. Maybe we can like dress up.
Yeah, Sailor Scouts. Yeah. Sailor Moon.
Oh, my.
That'd be really cool. Okay, over here.
Just to go on a slight tangent from that, what do you guys make of Sailor Moon Crystal?
I'm not familiar with Sailor Moon Crystal. I'm sorry, what is Sailor Moon Crystal?
That's the reboot that Toei did a couple years back.
Oh, really? Of the anime?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
much closer to the manga than the original anime is.
Well, that's pretty good then. So that's a good thing, I guess, right? It's not going to ruin my childhood. It'll make it better. So that's good.
Let's hope.
All the way in the back.
Alright, let's compare beat 'em ups more towards like, okay, Sega and Super Nintendo as in Fatal Fury versus Streets of Rage.
Fatal Fury versus Streets of Rage.
Yeah, like,
But one's a fighting game more. Fatal Fury is more of a fighting game.
Final Fight, sorry.
Oh, Final Fight. Oh.
We did an episode.
We did a whole, yeah, we did a whole series.
Franchise versus franchise.
Which one's better? Well, I don't know if you're familiar, we have covered this on our YouTube channel, Console Wars, YouTube Console Wars. We did all three of the Final Fight games versus Streets of Rage, and
Sega won.
Spoilers, yeah, Sega won in every round. It's just Streets of Rage 1, 2, 3. They're all better than all the Final Fight games. Final Fight was just a little bit behind in like every time, especially the first one where it was just one player. It's like, how do you have an arcade game that was 2 players and then you just make it 1 player? And then they cut out levels and everything. So, and then the second one wasn't really that great, and then kind of just continued on with the third one. So Streets of Rage just upped it in every category. Yeah, cool. All right, back here
I'm
again.
just gonna throw a potential episode at you. Afterburner versus Star Fox.
Yeah, those could be cool. Just because they're both flight games. Somebody mentioned some other type of flight game that kind of had the same graphics engine as Star Fox, though. So I wasn't.
They're both like really technology for their times too.
Yeah, that's true. I definitely want to do Star Fox, so I'm not exactly sure which game we'll do to it, but keep Afterburner,
I think
definitely.
there's this like racing game that has like a 3D polygon look on the Sega.
Yeah, we might go with a game that looks more like Star Fox as opposed to one that plays like it's just a flight kind of game. So, but definitely want to do Star Fox, so we'll keep that on our minds. Wanna go?
So, like, your YouTube persona gimmicks aside, do you guys generally come to the same consensus in reality of like which game of the 2 versions was really the better game overall?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, especially because like we used to play the games together a lot, and then we would be like, "Wow, that game was just really bad. I couldn't."
Yeah,
We couldn't.
We're usually on the same page.
Yeah.
Sometimes we gotta like convince each other, you know.
Yeah. I'm like, you're just not trying hard enough. No, this game's bad. No, just try a little harder. Try a little harder, buddy. You can do it.
Like the Castlevania one, that one we were kind of took us a while to come up with a verdict on Castlevania.
But when we were playing X-Men, I know we got a lot of flack for the X-Men episode because everybody's like, oh, X-Men 2 is so much better. But we were playing X-Men 2, and I thought the Sega one was going to win initially for that. And we just got so bored with it. It was like really difficult and
Hard to finish.
it was just so long. It was a little too long, and so we were just like, Super Nintendo was better because we just had more fun with the Super Nintendo on that one. So yeah, we do agree. Next, over there.
So typically in your episodes, whichever game wins in the gameplay category wins the whole thing. Can you imagine a situation in which that doesn't happen? Besides there being a tie in gameplay?
That's a really good question. That is not something we have encountered yet. Where something just looks and sounds better, but it just plays like kind of garbage, or like
But let's say it loses a little bit by gameplay.
a little bit. So it's a little bit better on the other one, but it looks better. I guess it would depend on how much better it looked and sounded. Like if the other game was just like, nails on a chalkboard, and then it just looked like green. I don't know why I picked green. It just looked green, I guess. I was like, I can't play green. There's not even characters here. So, yeah, I guess it would have to be really good in the other departments for it to just lose gameplay. Because it really is just about the gameplay, right? I feel like, personally. If I'm not having fun playing it, it doesn't matter how good it looks, You agree?
I agree.
Cool. All right, we'll go back here.
Your name is Dan, right?
My name is Dan.
Okay.
Hi.
That's one question. So you're Sega. This is a big question. What is your favorite Sonic character?
Favorite Sonic character?
Any of the Sonic games, not just the ones in Genesis, just in general.
Well, I only really played the Genesis games, unfortunately. I know I'm the Sega guy, I didn't play all my Sonic games, I know I'm such bad. So I guess it would have to be Sonic. I'm sorry. Such a lame answer. I like Knuckles. It's like, hey, Rocky's my favorite fighter. I don't know. That's bad, I'm sorry. Yeah, Sonic, Tails annoys me. Knuckles he's alright.
Yes, it's cute though.
No love Randy Rose?
I don't know who that is.
She's the girl in Sonic CD.
She's on Sonic CD. I didn't have it Sonic. I never had a Sega CD. I had like Sonic CD though, like for my computer, and I had a Packard Bell, so it didn't really play well, so I couldn't play the game. So that's my Sonic CD story. Sorry. All right, straight in the back.
You said about gameplay. What about a game that's fun on both systems, like WWF Royal Rumble, just as a roster, and then slightly different mechanics?
Well, if the gameplay is pretty similar, then I guess we would just focus on the other categories. Like he said, if it's a tie, then we'll kind of use the other categories as a tiebreaker. Which one sounds better? Which one looks better?
Yeah, like WrestleMania Arcade, things like that have like extra characters on Sega, so
Yeah.
that helped that one win.
Back over here.
All right. Here's an episode I'd like to see you guys do at some point. How about War Song versus Mystery of the Emblem?
You know those games?
Not familiar with them?
I don't
It
know.
sounds pretty awesome. So.
Yeah, it does press effort.
Yeah, they're both strategy RPGs. War Song is actually the original Langrisser, and Mystery of the Emblem is the third Fire Emblem game. Never came out in the States.
Okay, I was about to ask you, are they local? Or
Who do you think would win?
if we did that, not that we're going to take your answer.
Haven't played Mystery of the Emblem, and haven't played any Langrisser games, so I really can't give a fair answer.
Alright, fair enough. We'll look into it, man. We'll check it out.
Fire Emblem's gonna win on that.
Yeah, we're not too familiar with games that didn't come to the U.S. So like we said, we will expand eventually, and we'll probably get to that one day. Cause
yeah, if you can find English packs, it'd be easily enough.
oh yeah, I'm sure we can. Yeah, we can. Over here.
I guess I didn't know Josh was here because I was talking at his table about the book itself, and he wanted to make sure to keep spreading the message about more puppets. So that's one thing. That's all he kept spreading.
You saw the puppets? You see the video? I don't know. He's not here. I'll talk to him later.
And then the second thing, in the Batman episode, I know you guys did like a small, like little teaser, I guess if you will, about like future consoles. How hard do you think it'll be in the future if you guys decide to do it? Because as times went along, everything got really, really similar.
Yeah. Exactly. I think like people want us to expand, like do Xbox and versus PlayStation. It gets, like you said, it gets a lot harder because developers did not make different games for the different systems because they just got more expensive, so they had to make them good, and they're going to make one good game. They're not going to gamble and try to make two. So we might I want to do N64 and like PlayStation,
yeah.
but I don't know if we can really do like PlayStation and Xbox because it's just at that point it's just very tiny little details that you really have to focus on.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're looking at the Game Boy versus Game Gear, but the Game Gear is just so much more advanced. It's kind of hard to do like a fair.
We'll still give it a shot though.
Yeah, we bought some stuff. So.
Yeah, we got some stuff in there.
Maybe one day.
Yeah. Okay, back over here.
For your skits that involve other people, have you ever had difficulty trying to convince one of your friends to do a particular role?
I have difficulty convincing him to do particular things.
Yeah.
I'm like, Greg, come on, man. This would be funny. People like it. I don't want to put that there. It's like, so, you know, it's tough convincing him to do things. Yeah, it's sometimes.
One of our guests are right here on it.
Yeah, and Nick over there too. We got a couple of them. So they
on it in our first episode, we had to have to take his shirt off, and that was like
that was a fun
really
little
awkward to be like, oh, gonna need you to loose the shirt.
Aladdin doesn't wear a shirt, so we need you to take your shirt off. That was exactly the tone I said it in, so it could have been more creepy.
Yeah.
So, I mean, but for the most part, most of our friends are okay with it. Just a couple of friends just say no, and we're like, okay, we get it. You have a serious job, and you don't want to look like an idiot on the internet, so that's cool. But, yeah. Anybody else?
Okay. Quick question. On your channel, do you guys also do like multi-console reviews? Multi-console wars too? Like, if one game is on both systems, do you do like reviews on those too? That makes sense?
What do you, sorry.
For example, Aladdin apparently is completely different on the Genesis compared to the Super Nintendo. So would you review games or like the same game but on different, but both on the Genesis and the Super Nintendo?
Yeah, that's what we did. Like, so for the Aladdin, we did the Sega game versus the Super Nintendo game. We were kind of arguing over which one's better. So
Yeah.
I mean,
Neat, how those two are completely different.
yeah.
I mean, they just had to do like 2 different reviews for both of them.
Well, they're completely different, but they're both based on the
so,
same
like,
license,
I would
right?
say-
You're a kid in the 90s, and you're like, I love Aladdin. I'm going to get an Aladdin game. You're not going to go, I'm going to get a game that I fight with a sword or a game that plays like Prince of Persia. You're like, I'm going to get an Aladdin game. So we decided, since they're both Aladdin,
It was kind of like tuned back into like the console wars back then. So I represent Super Nintendo, so I'm saying it's better. Aladdin's better for Super Nintendo. He's saying, you know, no, it's better for Sega, and there's reasons why. So
maybe a couple more questions, and then we want to try that thing. Yeah. We want to try a thing with you guys, if that's cool.
Oh, okay.
After a few more questions, we want to try a thing. All right, over here.
Have you guys tried to do a console wars not based on the games, but actual hardware? For example, SNES accessories or Genesis accessories to put up a gun?
Right.
we did the mouse games. So
No,
like as
I
far
think
as
he means like actual, like the actual.
well, like the mouse. But no, not yet. So
Yeah, but I think definitely down the line we'll definitely get into like the hardware itself and just like prepare that stuff because that's a cool idea. But we'll do more games first.
and the Super Nintendo had like the bazooka.
You got the bazooka.
All right.
I want a bazooka. All right, maybe one more. Any more? Bueller. All right, we'll go over here.
What was, when filming, was there any episode in particular where you guys had the hardest time trying to determine the winners?
Which ones were hard? Well, I think one of the hardest one was Battletoads Double Dragon because we just called that a tie because there were good things the Super Nintendo had, the Sega didn't have, and then vice versa. So it was our first episode and our only episode so far that we just did a tie because I couldn't figure it out, man. Better men than me could do it, not me though. So yeah, that one's what we did. You want to try that thing? See if we do the thing. Okay, so for those of you who watch our show, we always open every episode with I'm Nintendo, I'm Sega, and this is Console Wars. So we thought it might be kind of cool if we did that here and you guys said this is Console Wars. Would you guys be down to yell and say this is Console Wars? Would that be okay? That'd be okay to be on our YouTube channel. So if I could just get one of my good friends sitting down over there to do the camera, maybe on it right there. You know what to do? Okay, here, I'll walk you through it. So, we're gonna go, I'm Nintendo, I'm Sega, and then you turn to the crowd and you get the crowd doing it. Very good. Yeah? Alright, cool. All right. All right, I know you guys are tired. I know it's like late in the day, but come on, let's bring the energy, all right? Here we go. You're gonna be on our channel. Okay, so I guess let me move this. Okay, I'm ruining the table. Should have done this first. Okay. You ready? Ready? You guys ready?
I'm gonna say I'm Nintendo, he's gonna say I'm Sega, and then you guys are all gonna say this is console wars.
And this is console wars or this is console wars?
And this is console wars.
My bad.
Ready? Sure. I'm Nintendo.
And I'm Sega.
And this is Console Wars!
Woo! Thank you so much, guys. That's all we have planned for today. Thank you so much for coming out. Before you leave, though, you know what? Since you guys were awesome and all came, everybody gets a free pin. So everybody just get. You go on the Almond Joy, we'll leave the Almond Joy there too. But you definitely get a free pin. So let me put that pile of pins over there. Thank you so much for coming out. This is so awesome. It's our first panel. Really appreciate you guys. Thank you. Thank you so much for the love.